is Catherine Njoki. And to our guests, I would like to say you're all welcome. And perhaps I would like to start off with a question. Have you ever stopped to think about what matters most to you? So, in the course of this presentation, I would like you to maybe consider what matters most to you. And also, we are going to show you how maybe you can achieve it. My background is in sales and marketing. I was in corporate for 15 years. And the reason I decided to start my forever business is for flexibility. I also wanted to be in control of my time, my destiny, and my future. I'm the leader of Kindra X team, and Kindra means greatest champion, and X stands for extraordinary. And our mission is with a foundation of integrity, care, and growth, we help individuals to look and feel better as well as achieve time and financial freedom. Okay, so in relation to what matters most to you, maybe it's a family home, a car, holiday, income, maybe you're looking for extra income, or probably where you are, you're feeling unrecognized, you're doing the work, but you feel like no one is noticing what you're doing. Or maybe you're looking for peace of mind, more time with family, or more time with yourself. Probably it's vitality, you want to look and feel better, or maybe you want to build something and leave it for your kids, which is legacy. And in relation to also that, maybe which of these challenges do you feel you're facing? Is it high cost of living, long working hours, long commutes, stressful job, low or lack of salary increment, uncertainty of your future? We live in an era whereby, we all have this AI takeover, and it leads to most of the jobs are going to be insecure in the next few years. And then maybe you're seeking change or fulfillment. Okay. So in that regard, Forever allows ordinary people to achieve extraordinary things. And these next 40 minutes could change your life. So please pay attention. Have you ever heard of the cash flow quadrant? It's by someone called Robert Kiyosaki. And basically, this means there is four types of people or four types of ways to earn. On the left side, we have where 95% of the people lie. That is, you have a job, that is the E quadrant, you are an employee, or the S quadrant, where you're self employed. So on the left side, if you don't work, you don't earn. On the right side, however, that's where the 5% of the people are, and they leverage on other people's time. They also pay lower taxes, and it requires a change of mindset to move from the left to the right. Okay. On the left side as well, I would like to mention that you tend to pay higher taxes. So, given that maybe let's say a government wants to raise money, you'll find that often they prefer maybe raising taxes. And if you have a job, you'll find that they are always eating into your pay slip. And honestly, you barely have any control on that side. So you're not necessarily in the wrong country. You are just sold the wrong plan. And we are here to give you a better plan. So I'll give a background about who Forever is. So we're an international company in 160 countries. We just turned 48 years in May, and we've been observing uninterrupted growth. We are privately owned and debt-free, experienced with a long-standing management team, and we're in the health and wellness sector in a multi-trillion dollar global market. Our headquarters also is in Scottsdale, Arizona, and this is our CEO, Mr. Greg Mon. We are vertically integrated. So what this means, Forever does not outsource any part of the process. So we grow, manufacture, and ship our aloe. We also heavily invest in research and development of our own products. Okay. So we are also the world's largest manufacturer of aloe vera based products. So you may be wondering why aloe. So number one, it has tremendous benefits for our health inside and out. It supports digestive health, promotes healthy immune system, and supports nutrient absorption and boosts natural energies on the inside. On the outside, aloe moisturizes, conditions, and soothes the skin. What do we do differently? So number one, as I mentioned, we are the largest grower and manufacturer of aloe and aloe vera based products. We use a species called Aloe barbadensis miller, which is the most nutritionally viable species of aloe. As you may know or may not know, we have over 300 species of aloe vera in the world. and only three are consumable by the human body, but the most nutritionally viable is this species that we use. And then we have a scientific advisory board of highly qualified professionals. We were also the first to receive the International Aloe Science Council seal of potent and purity. So our products are also certified. So you can see all the seals down there. We also don't test our products on animals. So you can see the leaping bunny. We are halal and kosher rated. So what this means for you if you choose to join the business is that you have a wider customer base. Okay. So I would like to give you data in regards to the market. So the global wellness economy, it's worth $6.8 trillion as of 2024. These are a report that was published. And the leading categories are nutrition and weight loss, then personal care and beauty, and both gross about 2.5 billion USD. These are approximately 300 billion Kenya shillings. So take a moment to reflect on that. These are huge number, and what this tells us is that there is demand out there. There is the market, okay? And fortunately, our products, they range in these two top leading categories. So we do have weight management packs, we have personal care products, we have nutritional supplements, we have skincare. These are all products that you can go out there and get the market. And the market, as we've established, is already humongous, okay? So what's the difference between how we distribute products and the traditional way? So in the traditional way of doing business, as you can see down there, we have the grower, and then we have the manufacturer. After the product is manufactured, it's taken to a wholesaler. After wholesaler, it's going to a retailer, and then eventually the consumer. So what happens? The grower, each step of this process, a cost is added, and by the time it gets to the consumer, of course, the cost is way high because of all these middlemen. So what does Forever do? Forever is the manufacturer, and then they remove all the middlemen and give this to an independent distributor, or what we call them forever business owners. Okay, so the aloe or the products come from Forever Living Products, then the distributor, and then the customer. Okay, so that's the main difference between the two ways of distribution. What do we do in Forever? Number one, we use the products, we become our own best customer. Number two, we share the product. So we talk to people about the benefits. Of course, when you use something and you like it, you tend to be excited and share with your friends, family, and even maybe colleagues. So talk to people about the benefits and your experience, and then develop 20 to 30 regular customers. Okay. So the 20 to 30 regular customers, they give you that regular income and instant profits. Number three, what we do, build a team. So we become a team leader, talk to people about the opportunity, find your 5 key people, work the business cycle. What this means is, as you continue to share the products, you will get people who will be like, I would like also to earn some extra income, and be able to tell them this is what I do and this is how it's done, and they join your team. Okay. So ideally find about 5 key people to work with, then coach them on how you found your 20 to 30 customers, and then coach them how they can get their 5 key people. So what does it take to build a successful business? Number one, we have something called case credit. And what this means is Forever's internal global currency. Basically, if you have a team member, let's say in South Africa, and they tell you I did business worth 10,000 rands, it will take a lot of math to convert that into Kenya shilling. So Forever has its own internal currency called case credit. That way, if they tell you I did 1cc worth of business or worth of products, I sold 1cc, you're able to easily in your mind relate what they mean. And in this case, 1cc is currently worth 38,000 Kenya shillings. And what it will take to build a steady business is 4cc a month. So how do you do that? Number one, by using the product. Number two, by promoting the product. And number three, by building a team. So between you using your product, you and your family and your friends, and promoting the product to people who are looking to also look and feel better, and also incorporating team members, people who also on the same mission, maybe they want extra income from Forever, maybe they just want to be very good customers. By doing all these 3 activities and doing 4cc a month, this is equals to a successful business for you. So what are our income streams? Number one, as I mentioned, you can retail the products. So we have retail on one side. Retail gives you these instant profits that can always maybe settle a bill. Let's say you want to buy some tokens. You can always buy with your profits. Maybe you want to do some grocery shopping, or maybe the cost of living, especially fuel, is really high. You're finding that your salary is not enough. So the retail income could go towards you fueling your vehicle. So that's just a few but to mention. And then the other side, we have team leading and business developers. So what this means, you can build a team, and from the team, when you do your 4CC, you get to earn a bonus. Okay, so retail and bonus. So just to give you an example, we have our famous aloe vera gel. This is a flagship product. So if you were to sell one bottle per day, you get a profit of 1,246 shillings. If you are to do two, then that's 24.92, and then two bottles daily for 5 days. This is 12,460. And I believe 12,000 could be life changing for somebody somewhere. It could give you a little bit of room to breathe, especially in these economic times. Moving forward, we also have our C9 package. So let's say someone wants to detox and you'd recommend that C9, and then you sell to them at a retail and you bought at a wholesale. So you stand to make 5,834 shillings. If you have to do 3 packs every week, that's 17,000. If you have to do 3 packs every week for a month, that's 70,000. I believe this is somebody's salary somewhere. Okay, so imagine having 70,000 as extra income. Okay, so the potential is there. So team building, teach your people how to retail like you, show them how you recruit, and you'll get paid for everything that your team does. So this is what we call the bonus. Okay, so let's see an example here. So you develop 20 to 30 customers, find 5 key people, coach to duplicate. So let's say I put 20 hours per week in my business, then I recruit FBO or distributor number 1, and then for them, they are more hungry than me. They put 50 hours into their business. FBO number 2, 30, 3, 10 hours, FBO number 4, 10 hours, FBO number 5, 5 hours. So if you were to combine all these hours, this totals to 125 hours on the first line of the people I recruited. This is what I'm calling the first generation. So 125 hours per week. And then let's say each duplicate, they bring their own 5 people, and those people also put in their hours. That's about 625 hours in your organization. This is what we call earning time leverage. Okay, so the difference between when you're doing a salary, you're getting a salary, and when you own an organization, I'll give an example. If in case you're employed, your boss does not work 8 hours like you, they leverage your work, your hours together with your colleagues. So if you're 10 colleagues in an organization, inclusive of your boss, and you each put 8 hours, your boss is getting 80 hours a week, while for you, you're only putting 8 hours. Okay, so in network marketing, you're able to also leverage on other people's time. And please note, these people are not working for you. Okay, you also have to put in your effort. They are working with you. Okay, so I would like to move on to our compensation plan. So if you join as a smart customer, or what we call novice or preferred customer, you get 5% discount retail for all the personal purchases. But maybe you're a little bit more hungrier than that. You'd like to get the wholesale price. So this is where you are called assistant supervisor. You earn 30%. So if you buy an aloe vera, you would buy it discounted at 30%, sell and make that profit. Then this, when you buy, let's say you join with a box, there's a box for 2cc, and then supervisor. And may I mention, the 2cc you do within 2 months. You may buy a box, you may also choose to do volume within 2 months that is worth 2cc. The next step, you move to a supervisor, more discount for you, 30% on retail, 8% on personal purchases. So this is a supervisor level. However, for supervisor, the 10cc you have to do within 1 month. Okay, let's say maybe you're even more hungrier than that. You move on to assistant manager. What does it require? You are required to do 60 cc's over the course of 2 months. More discount for you here, 30% on retail, 13 on personal purchases, 13 on the preferred customer, and so on. Or maybe you're even more ambitious. You go to the highest level, or the highest level of discount. This is the manager level. So we have 2 ways of hitting manager, either 120 cc's in 2 months or 150 cc in 4 months. So here you get 30% on retail, 18% on personal purchases. Okay, so this is an effort-based business, and it's your dreams that are going to fuel you and get to the level that you'd like to get to. Okay. And like maybe a job where you're trying to get a promotion and there's always maybe this politics and you're not being paid your worth. Here, when you come and put in the effort, you're guaranteed to get paid your worth or to earn bonuses that are your worth. Okay. So you can see we have other levels down here: ego manager, senior manager, but I don't want to get too deep into it for now. So moving on, apart from the money, from the bonus and retail, we have what we call leadership bonus. So let's say you come in and become a manager, and then your bonus is a manager. Roughly, please note these are estimates. Okay, so roughly a bonus you get 150,000. And then you bring in a friend called Flo and you build her to manager. She's going to become your first generation manager. Okay. Then you're going to earn 6% from her team bonus. Okay. So this is also what is called royalty income. So this translates to about 130,000. Then Flo brings more, and Mo is becomes a manager. So to you, Mo is a second generation manager. You get 3% on royalty income. This translates to 70,000 Kenya shillings roughly. And then Mo brings Joe. To you, Joe is a third generation manager, and you'll get 2% on Joe's business. Again, please, these people are not working for you, they are working with you, and this is effort-based business. So, meaning the more effort you put in, the more money you get. Equally, no effort, probably no income or less income. So, you get a total of royalty income of 240,000 Kenya shillings. So this just to give you an idea of the earning potentials. So imagine if you had 5 lines of managers. So in terms of incentives, this is another part of what you can get when you work hard. So we have chairman's bonus. So, and to recognize our lovely leaders who've already achieved this, we have Rhoda, Christy Mulwa, Jacinta, Marian. Level 2, we have Josephine. And then the other thing we have is global trips. That is 2 tickets, all expenses paid for. So can you imagine, on top of retail, on top of bonus, on top of royalty, you have the chance to also win global trips that are fully paid for, including the tickets and spending money. So for this year, people are able to go to all these cities. And as I mentioned, all expenses paid for. Then another incentive we have is forever to drive. So you may not necessarily want to buy a car, but with this you can purchase anything you want. It could be a home, you could put down mortgage. But I would like to show you our lovely leaders who've already qualified for these incentives. And here are their cars. Then we also have ego managers. This is a retreat, a very prestigious one. And you can see our lovely leaders who already qualified as well. So again, all expenses paid for. Okay, and then in terms of support, let's say you're considering having this business, coming into the business, what do you get? So number one, we have free online and in-person training. So you get that kind of support. We have online ordering systems. So let's say you'll be doing this business part-time. You do not have to leave what you're doing. You can always place your order online and have a rider deliver either to your client or to your house. Then we have online registration of new members. Equally, if you have someone you'd like to register, maybe they're outside of where you are, you can always send them a link and they'll be able to put in their details and they'll be registered as your team member. So that's the flexibility about it. We have recognitions. Anytime you move up, you'll always be recognized, or if you do anything extraordinary, there's always that recognition, which sometimes we don't get in the places we are working. Then we also have company events. This is where we come back and we come together and celebrate each other. So in terms of timing, maybe why should you join this business now? So I'd like to show you this data. Given that we said the wellness economy is rising up fast. So you can see what's projected to be the next top growing category is still personal care and beauty, healthy eating, nutrition, and weight loss. So these top 2 categories, they're going to be the fastest rising. And as I mentioned, we have products in these 2 areas. So definitely you're coming in to do a business or sell products that are in demand. So what next? Option A, you have the option to join as an FBO, accumulate 2 CCs, start your journey pack. And for this, I would like to encourage you to talk to the person who invited you. They are going to explain what's in the pack and how to obtain it. So once you get it, you are in the business as an FBO or forever business owner. Number two, build a team and get to 4 CCs. This is the key to unlocking the full potential of the marketing plan. Option B, maybe you'd like to be a consumer. You're very much welcome. You're welcome to enjoy our forever products at a 5% discount, or what we call preferred customer. So registration process is quite easy. You just fill the form, obtain your forever business ID. Registration is free. To get the forever business ID or the business number is free. Okay. What you're just going to buy is either products to consume or stock. Okay. And then you book a planning meeting with your sponsor. Maybe you're wondering, will it work for you? Number one, take it seriously. In any new venture, of course, time and effort are required. Be coachable, attend all relevant trainings, commit to the time. If you're self-motivated and work closely with the person who introduced you to the business, you'll definitely see success. And we've come to the end of the presentation. We look forward to welcoming you to our Forever family.